Today I will give you guys a bunch of tips and tricks so that you can level up your heroes a lot faster in Call of Dragons. Let's go!
Spartans! What is your profession?
Alright, first let's talk about how do you actually level up your heroes in Call of Dragons. The first one and the most obvious one is killing Darklings, aka if you played Rise of Kingdoms before, this is pretty much barbarians. Now, there is a little trick that you need to know if you never played a similar game before, and this is your AP cost, which is, in Call of Dragons, we call it CP instead of AP. Now, if I click on attack, and let's multi-select all three, attacking this level 13 Darkling is going to cost me 50 CP per troop. That's why it's total 150. Now, let's kill this guy real quick. Alright, he's about, he's down. Now, let's move here. If I select this guy, click on attack, and if I multi-select, as you can see, it is 144 instead of 150. Let's simply click on this question mark, and it says, the more Darklings your legions consecutively defeat, the lower your CP cost. This effect stacks up 4 times and is resets when legions return to your cities. So what I want you to do, what I recommend if you want to get the maximum amount of XP from killing Darklings with your troops, is that try to use heroes that are defensive and has healing ability. This means with that healing ability, your troops need to go back to your city as least as possible, and this way, if you just keep killing Darklings without going back to your city, you will decrease this CP cost all the time, up to 4 times, and mathematically, if you spend less CP to kill 1 Darkling, this means in total with your full CP for daily, you will be able to kill more Darklings, and more Darklings of course equals more XP in total. So this is a little trick for you to increase the maximum amount of XP that you can get by killing Darklings in Call of Dragons. Use some heroes with healing abilities such as Eliana or Garwood so that you don't need to go back to your city as much as possible, and you can decrease the CP cost of killing 1 Darkling. The next one is efficiently using your tactics manuals. Now, what I mean by efficiently is actually quite simple. In Call of Dragons, what you need to do is you need to get your primaries to 3 stars as fast as possible so that you can start using a deputy, aka a secondary hero with them. The reason why this is important is, as you can see with my troops, I have a secondary for my each primary. This means when I kill Darklings, not only my primary Gwenmin, but also my secondary gets the XP. Same goes here, same goes here. Instead of, if none of these heroes wasn't 3 stars and I was only using primaries, this means I would only get XP for 3 heroes. But with this, I can get XP for 6 different heroes. So my recommendation is for any hero that you plan to use as a primary, I would use my tactics manuals on those specific heroes to get them to 3 stars as fast as possible, so that I can use secondaries not only when we kill Darklings, but also when gathering. The gathering in this game gives you a lot of XP, and it's all because of a talent that is called Earth's Grace. The first talent of gathering commanders are Earth's Grace, but this is not the only one. We have another one right here, and also we have another one right here. So we have 3 different Earth Grace talents, and with your gathering commanders, you want to get all 3 ASAP. Obviously, it will take a lot longer for you to get this one, for example, compared to this one. But at the end, this is your goal. Your goal is to get all 3 Earth Grace to max level. Because Earth Grace gives you XP every time you complete gathering. And there is a cap. The maximum of 12,000 XP per day. But if you go up here, you can increase the cap to 20,000. And when you max this one, you will increase that cap even more. To fully benefit from that skill, what you want to do is select your primary as a gathering commander, and for your secondary, you can select pretty much anything. If there is a commander that you are trying to get to 3 stars as soon as possible, you can select that one. I will select Gwenmin, for example, because my goal is to get my Gwenmin. She's going to be one of my main commanders, so that I'm trying to get her to level 60. That's why I will always use a Gwenmin as secondary to a gathering commander. And one thing that a lot of players doesn't know is, I will just go back to that talent tree and show you the cap. So this cap, that 20,000 XP per day, is actually separated for each commander. So even though your gathering hero hits the cap and doesn't get XP anymore from this Earth's Grace talent from gathering, people think that, okay, that's it for today. But no, it is only capped for your primary. If your secondary didn't hit the cap, you can still get XP for them. Let's say I'm using Chaka primary and Gwen secondary, and they both hit the cap, 20,000 daily cap. I can simply, again, use Chaka primary and use a different secondary, and my Craig will just keep getting that extra XP because he didn't reach that cap for the day. So this cap is not global. It is separated for each hero that you use for gathering. It doesn't matter if your primary hits the cap, your secondary will still get the XP, which is quite important. And for some reason, people think that that cap is global. And of course, there is one more obvious way that you can increase all these XP bonuses, and that is from your Alistair. Come on, just move. I need to click on this, Alistair, please. Finally, if you just simply increase your overall gathering speed, this means you will complete your gathering a lot faster, aka you will get a lot more XP per day. And the same thing goes for war studies. This is straight up hero XP bonus. The higher your war studies is, and this is the second one, we also have the first one, your daily hero XP bonus by killing darklings and other natural units will increase drastically. So you definitely want to increase these two whenever you can. And the other obvious one, School of Sages, aka Research Center, and boom, now we can increase the gathering speed for each resource type separately, and the faster you gather, faster you get that XP from gathering. And we have this one, for example, Military Leadership 2, and we also have Military Leadership 1. This also increases your hero XP bonus by killing darklings and other neutral units. If you combine all these together, you will be able to upgrade the XP, the level of your heroes in Call of Dragons as fast as possible. Please do let me know in the comment section down below if I missed any tips and tricks, because I'm sure there are more tricks to get more XP per daily so that we can basically increase the list of tricks. And the reason why this is so important is because your hero levels do get reset every single time with the season reset. So each season you will need to use these tricks to upgrade the level of your heroes as fast as possible. And here is another Call of Dragons video for you to get more value in the game. Make sure to tap on that, and I see you there.